portion of this video is sponsored by Card Trader. Stick around to learn more and get a cool discount code you can use to purchase cards from all over the world.
What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchanning here, back again. I'm joined by Luigi, my GLC king.
Hello.
And we are playing some GLC today. It's been a long time coming, but there's been a lot of new, really cool cards that have entered the GLC format from the last time we played, which I think was like, the last match we did was like Lost Zone Psychic.
Like, yeah, ancient.
That was a while ago. But now we're back and we got brand new Phantasmal Flames, Mega Evolution, Destined Rivals, Journey Together. We got a bunch of new cards in here. We're testing out some pretty interesting decks. The one that I'm going to be playing is Dark, which has the Hydreigon from Darkness Ablaze, which is like Deluge for, you know, darkness type energy. Attaches many dark energy as you want during your turn. And we also have the brand new Toxtricity from Phantasmal Flames, which has the Sinister Surge ability, which is just going to allow you to grab an energy from your deck, attach it to one of your bench dark Pokemon, place 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Long story short, we got a bunch of guys that require a lot of dark energy to attack, primarily Marnie's Morpeko, which does 40 more damage for each darkness type energy attached to it. And that's kind of what we want to do. We want to get the guys out, we want to get the energy into play, and we want to win the game. And now, Fire is like very different in terms of its game plan.
Yeah, so this is not like a typical Fire list with like the Charizard doubling all the energy and stuff like that from Pokemon Go. This list is very more streamlined on spreading damage because there's a lot of Fire spreaders. Like from Journey Together, there's the Darmanitan that does 90 of the active, 90 of the bench. And then in Destined Rivals, we've got it Blaziken, which does 120 of the active and then 120 of the bench. There's other cards in here that spread as well. And then the biggest change to the Fire list is a lot of lists were used to run this was a Salazzle that was like discard a Fire, draw 3. Now there's a Rapidash that just lets you draw a card combined with the Celestial Storm Magcargo, which lets you stack a card on top of your deck so you can thin out your like draws and add consistency. And then the game plan is just take multiple knockouts or set up multiple knockouts with Blaziken, Darmanitan. There's a Ninetales that spreads 90.
Yeah, pretty solid stuff. I really like Fire Spread. I think casually we just played it one time. Like I think you played Fire Spread against me and I was like, damn, this deck's kind of sick. And now that it actually has a more feasible draw engine than the Salazzle one that's easier to set up, I think it's pretty sick stuff. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. All right, before we get started here, would you like heads or tails?
Tails. I will go second.
Sure thing. Good luck. Ooh, the Torchic. I'll draw for turn. Okay, solid top deck with the heavy ball here. I'll actually take a peek instantly, see what I got prized. No Pokemon in here, but still cards that would be good to have. So at least I know most of the time when I'm taking a prize, it'll actually be something useful. Looking at things on the bright side, I guess. And after that heavy ball, I'm just gonna go ahead, I'll attach to the Morpeko, and then I will pass it on over to you.
All right. I will draw for turn. Ooh, that would have been, no, it wouldn't have mattered much. So I'll just start with benching the Ponyta and a Slugma. And then I will play Buddy Buddy Poffin. I thought this time was better than it was, but I remember Darumaka has 80 HP, so I can't actually get the Darumaka off of this.
Yeah, getting Darumaka here would actually be so good because I got to bench babies next turn. I got nothing going on.
So actually only get one Pokemon because I have all my like 7 HP to play. You just grab the Vulpix. Shuffle, yep. I'm not going back in, right? I am not. I will also bench the Volcanion. Would have been cool. I drew that for turn. If I could have started it, I could have Flare started to get a bunch of energy in play. I don't have a Fire Energy in my hand anyways.
This Torchic with Barrage.
Yeah, so it's an ancient trait for anyone that hasn't played the game or just played the game recently. They're like abilities that aren't abilities. So they have
pretty much.
So Barrage,
yeah, that's
in
right.
this case, Barrage lets you attack, I think,
it's attacked twice, yeah.
Yeah. And then from here, I will just pass.
All right. Draw for turn. Solid top deck. Once again, I'll go for a Level Ball. And I want to grab, I think my priority here, I think I'm going to grab the Toxel because it has Call for Family. So if I'm able to find an energy off of the potential supporter I'll get, then at least I can Call for Family for the rest of my
Yeah, the Morpeko does have free retreat.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty solid starter. I just wish I started with more Pokemon in my hand. But, you know, I digress. We're all good. We're all good. We're gonna hopefully get some things going off of this Poke Gear that I'm about to play. And we're gonna go for it right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Pretty solid pull there on the Lillie's Determination. That's like the best option I could get. I think I'll drop the Bombardier as well, just to get it out of the hand. And I'm gonna go for the Lillies here.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, I can't really complain about that. Now, I do just want to be able to find some basic search here, take another setup turn. Unfortunately, TM Evo's prized, so I'm not going to be able to use that, which would have been real nice, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, you could go into Evo, like, but I guess not.
Yeah, no, but the truth is, I cannot. If you would like to cut that up.
You're good, you're good.
All right. 3, 6, 8. Now, let's see what else we got here. Okay. Truthfully, nothing fantastic, but I think it's fine. I think we can make it work. I'm gonna attach 2 Toxel. We'll retreat for free, some more Pico, and then I will call for family. And I'm gonna grab myself, where are you? The Dino. And I think honestly getting Purloin is probably the best move. Just want to establish my engine.
Yeah, exactly.
And that'll be it.
All right, I will draw for turn. I will start with an Evolution Incense. So I have a thing here. I can either get the Magcargo to set up my next turn, or the Rapidash to see if I draw something good for this turn. But I think the safer play is just to get Magcargo.
Yeah.
Then I will evolve, and then next turn I'll draw something well, because my hand isn't too active right now.
Yeah, no, that
I'll
makes
use
sense.
Smooth Over, which allows me to search my deck for a card, put it on top, and then, well, shuffle my deck and then put the card on top.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the real benefit of using a card like that in GLC is you actually do have the time to kind of just take a turn to literally do one action.
Yeah.
As long as it guarantees you have a really solid next turn. Standard could never.
All right, that should be all right.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Hitmonchanting ability used markers available now, hitmonchanting.com. Oh, damn, that was crazy.
Yeah. I'll attach a Burning Energy, which is a good card in this deck because a lot of the Pokemon discard their energy when they use it to attack. So it's when attached to a fire Pokemon, it provides fire energy, but only to a fire Pokemon. If this card's discarded by an attack of a fire Pokemon, attach it from your discard pile to that Pokemon after attacking. So it doesn't matter what this Torchic's about to do, but it's cool when it evolves.
Yeah.
And then I will go for the Claw, which is 20 damage. Flip a coin if Tails' attack does nothing, but I get 2 shots.
2 shots at it, damn.
So nope. And then the second attack, yes.
Damn. Big 20 damage on my Toxel.
Yeah, I couldn't choose the other attack either, but nah, I don't have a fire energy in my hand to discard.
You could choose it twice and do nothing twice, I guess. I will draw for turn here. Now, I have a couple of options, but I do think, once again, that the setup is always going to be key. And getting rid of this Torchic here is kind of solid because the Blaziken's a little bit scary. It can take out a lot of my key Pokemon. So I think what I'm going to do here to start is we're going to go for Peers. Supporter card that lets me search for an energy card and a dark Pokemon, put them into my hand. Now, energy card's just going to be a dark energy, but the dark Pokemon is actually going to be Hydreigon, wherever it is. And I have the candy in my hand, so and I have another energy, so I will be able to get this Morpeko online and rolling, and that'll be very, very nice. The one problem, I also have Toxtricity in my hand, which I will play down, but I won't have a way to retreat it. So, like, if retreat it and pull off an attack at the same time, I should say.
Yeah.
So I have to retreat the Toxel, then go into the Morpeko. Like, it would have been pretty cool to go for, like, a Bombardier or drop shot on the Magcargo if I had the chance to do that. Just to completely cripple that engine. But I digress. So we're gonna go ahead and Rare Candy into Hydreigon here with the Dark Squall ability. We'll Dark Squall 2 energies from my hand right onto this Morpeko. Then I will retreat the Toxel for a single energy, go into Morpeko. And from here, let's evolve to Toxtricity, and we can go for that Sinister Surge. So it only places damage counters if you attach an energy, right?
Yeah,
I
so
think the way the ability's worded.
Yeah, if you just search the deck and fail it, you
just don't put damage, which is something, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's good in, like, it's good in case you just want to search your deck, like use an artisan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we do have a good amount of dark energy. I'm gonna prep this Bombardier, allowing it to get 1 energy ahead of the game, and I'll put 20 damage on it. And after that, there's not much I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Spiky Wheel for, that's what, 140 damage, which is kind of crazy on a 70 HP Morpeko. And I will take a prize.
I'll promote Volcanion.
Card Trader is one of those rare online stores that just has everything. Between old cards, new cards, special illustration rares, all the way down to playables, Card Trader is your one-stop shop for it all. You might be wondering, well, what is Card Trader? That's what I'm here to tell you about. Card Trader is a global TCG marketplace where you can buy cards from a ton of different sellers from across the entire globe. Buying from so many different sellers in different places may seem like a daunting and a costly endeavor, but don't worry, I got you, because their Card Trader Zero service makes your purchasing experience a total breeze. Card Trader does this by shipping all of the cards from different sellers to their warehouse for free, then sending you a single shipment with all of your cards wrapped in one beautiful package. Simply click the yellow Add to Cart button on any card that you want, and once you add a few, head on over to checkout as normal. Plus, the quality of your shipment is guaranteed with their Total Safeguard. Another feature that I've been using a ton recently is their cart optimizer. Once you add a few different items to cart, you can click that green optimize button. And once optimized, Card Trader will generate you an optimal cart to get the cards that you want at a price that you'll want. And just a heads up, Card Trader's not only for Pokemon. You can get cards from a bunch of different games like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. I've used Card Trader for most of my personal TCG purchases now, and honestly, it is such a game changer. And you can try it out for yourself too, by clicking my link in the description to join and using code HITMON5 to save 5% off your first purchase on the site. A very special thank you to Card Trader for sponsoring this video, and now, let's get back to that sweet tabletop action.
And then I will draw for turn. Oh wow, what a card. I didn't know I could draw that one.
Whoa!
I'll play down Magma Basin as my stadium, and then I will Lily's Determination.
Yeah.
Just get myself 8 brand new cards.
Yeah, real solid here. Get a good setup and potentially an attack too, honestly, depending on what you draw.
We'll see. I got lots of options to get into an attack this turn. I'll see if I can find any of them. Or if I can find the like Rapidash, then I can for sure with the Magcargo.
Yeah. Yeah, once you get that setup going, you are chilling with a capital C.
Could have also like got the Rapidash and then like with the top, then Magcargo and Rapidash for the Lillie, but like now I can save the Magcargo for this turn.
Yeah, pretty much. I think what you did is the correct way to do it, because if you did that way, then you have less of a chance of actually drawing into something that you want, pretty much.
4, 8. All right. They got a lot of options. We'll see what they can lead to. I'll start with a Nest Ball. Yeah, I can get that. Okay, cool. Oh, my Darumaka was prized anyways.
Man.
I'm gonna grab a Chi-Yu off of the Nest Ball.
Nice.
And then I will Level Ball to get myself Oricorio.
Okay, cool.
So Oricorio is pretty good because it allows me to like kind of stall. It like switches in one of your opponent's active Pokemon, makes them burned and confused.
Yeah, definitely a solid pull there.
Shuffle. Actually, can I get into that this turn? No. That's fine. I don't want to smooth over, which is kind of bad. Or do I? I can just smooth over and just not Flare Starter instead. Yeah, I think that's probably safer. So I will smooth over. Double check what's in my hand. Yeah, that's all right. Get that. This is the card I'm putting on top. Let me move it so I don't.
Yeah, don't shuffle that guy back in.
That goes on
Beautiful.
top. I will attach for turn to Chi-Yu. And then I will pass the turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead, draw for turn here. Yeah, my hand is interesting, has the potential to be much better. I'm gonna start off by bumping that Magma Basin for an Artisan. I'm gonna use it right away. At least thin some stuff out of the deck. Debating here if I should get the Zorua, the Spiritomb, or the Guzzlord. They're all in here. I think the Spiritomb might be better as just a low-cost attacker after this Morpeko goes down. So we're gonna get that guy in play. And first thing we're gonna do, I think I've decided my supporter for turn is gonna be Avery. And what Avery does, if you don't remember, if you're a little bit newer to the game, you draw 3, and your opponent discards Pokemon from their bench until they have 3 bench Pokemon.
So I'll get rid of the Oricorio and the Vulpix.
Yeah, I kind of was happy to do that this turn because you have your engine Pokemon, you have Volcanion in the active right now, so to force you to get rid of some other Pokemon and reduce kind of your options is always just a good thing. And now I get to draw 3 cards off of that. 3 cards that aren't necessarily super crazy, but pretty solid. We're gonna start things off with Sinister Surge here. And once you get this engine online, the deck kind of plays itself in that way. I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna actually go for a Bombardier Snipe here. We'll attach the energy to Bombardier, and that goes to 4. We'll also go ahead and we'll do the Building Spite on Spiritomb, which literally just places a damage counter on it and boosts its damage because its attack does 30 more for each damage counter on it, which is pretty saucy.
Yeah, it scales for the damage. It is also good with the Toxtricity because Toxtricity can put more damage on it with an energy.
Yeah, extremely, extremely solid addition to this deck. Low energy attacker, high damage. Now I'm gonna attach the Recycle energy for turn to this Bombardier and we'll retreat Morpeko for free. Now, I'm kind of wondering what the actual best target here is. Could go for the Magcargo, but I could also go for the Chi-Yu and make it that much more difficult for you to pull off an attack this turn. I think that might be what I'll do. I think I'm gonna knock out the Chi-Yu here.
2, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it only 2? No, it's discard all.
Oh, it's discard all?
Yeah,
okay.
but this goes back anyway because it's the recycle.
Yeah.
Sorry, it goes back to my hand. The recycle energy, these go into the discard. Goodbye to Chi-Yu, and I get to take a prize.
All right. I will draw for turn. I will evolve my Ponyta into Rapidash. So I don't know if I could probably still get an attack off this turn, maybe, if the cards are in my hand. I'll start with a Super Rod, put back a Chi-Yu, Vulpix, and Torchic. Those will get shuffled. Yeah, those will get shuffled back in. I don't want to Artisan just yet. I want to see what I can get off of research I'm about to rip in my hand.
Dang, fat research.
Yeah, that should be still okay. Should still be fine. I'll put the counter gain on the Rapidash just in case I have to attack for 60. It costs 1 less if I'm behind.
That's true.
It's better than just discarding it.
Yeah.
Now we'll research to draw 7. Yeah, I could have field blowered the stadium, but you got a full bench anyways, and I want to use that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's just better for you in this specific case.
Well, Ultra Ball. I'll discard Earthen Vessel and a Bird Keeper. Yeah. Discard those. No, I can't attack this turn. But I mean, I can attack. I just can't, like, do what I want.
Man.
I'll get Chi-Yu off the Ultra Ball, and then I'll Artisan for Torchic.
Sure.
And then I'll Smooth over as well.
And I'm guessing just an instant hurried gate draw.
Oh yeah.
just put it
What's
into your
her gate?
hand.
Yeah, that's the Rapidash's ability's name. I didn't read that.
Yeah.
There's no draw card.
Hurried gate.
And then I'll just use her gate to draw it into my hand. Attach the Chi-Yu. I'll Air Balloon on the Volcanion. Then I will retreat into the Chi-Yu, and then I can Flare Bringer to attach 2 basic fire energy cards from my discard pile to one of my Pokemon.
Okay, that's
I'll
actually
attach-
pretty sick.
Yeah, it's more than the Volcanion can accelerate this
Yeah.
time, so
That is true.
I'll get 2 onto my Torchic, and then I will pass the turn.
Okay, let's draw for turn over here. Yeah, it would be really great to get that Torchic out, but I don't know how likely that's going to be given the hand I have at this current moment. But we are going to start things off Guzma Hala. That's really all I have to play in my hand. Thankfully, my discards are pretty easy. I can get rid of Zweilous and get rid of TM Evo. So this will allow me to get a tool, a stadium, and a special energy. Now, I need to see what the best option is here. For the tool, I think I'm going to be grabbing U-turn board to retreat that Bombardier for free. Stadium-wise, I really only have Parallel City to get, which is honestly still pretty solid. I mean, I feel like
so
your
good.
discard is still going to be the Volcanion, but... Oh, I can actually use it the other way.
Yeah, you can cut my damage in half.
Oh
if you,
my
or not half, but like
gosh.
you can do like.
Damage done by attacks from this player's... Yeah, I can reduce your damage by 20.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't know if
that,
that's even relevant, but...
I don't know how when they designed that card, they looked at the other side and was like, yeah, that's comparable to reducing someone's bench damage to 3.
Yup.
Or bench like, capacity to 3. I don't know how they thought that was comparable, but they did, and that's how we have that card.
I love game design very much. And then I think I'll get Capture Energy here. Again, I can't really use the Capture Energy. My other good special energies in the discard pile, but at least I'm thinning my deck, not in the discard pile, in the prizes. At least I'm thinning my deck out here to get, I can go back in.
All right.
To get some other cards. Now, I think just throwing the U-turn board on the Bombardier is good enough to retreat it. Again, I don't have any dark energy. I can't just Dark Squall, put a bunch of stuff on it, but that's also okay. The Morpeko here is still fine. Or maybe I want to just go for a Spiritomb, because if I go for a Building Spite and bring this to 2 damage, then I Sinister Surge to it, it puts it to 4 damage counters.
That's 130.
It's doing 130, so we're going to be able to KO the Chi-Yu with relative ease here. I also do have the attachment for turn, which I think I'll use in turn to start powering up the Bombardier on the bench. There we go.
You're good?
We're gonna go ahead, retreat this Bombardier into the Spiritomb. I will start by attaching Recycle Energy from my hand to the Bombardier, and then I will go for a Parallel City.
Yeah, we'll just
This
discard
way.
the Volcanion.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's the worst of the bunch to discard there. Or best of the bunch, I should say. And then from here, we will just Anguish Cry for the knockouts.
Yep, and my Chi-Yu goes down. All right, I think I can have a decent response here as long as coin flips go my way. I'll draw for turn.
Oh god, I know what's about to happen.
Play Timer Ball. 1, okay.
All right,
good,
that's
we're
all
fine.
you need.
2.
Oh,
awesome.
even better, even better.
I don't know what the second one's gonna get me, but I also want to make sure I price checked correctly that the card I need is in the deck. It is. Okay, good. We're fine. I will grab Blaziken. I'll grab Ninetales as well. Then I'm gonna go back in the deck, and I'm gonna smooth over.
Okay.
You gotta the Blaziken was discard too. That's why I'm getting confused.
Oh yeah. In comparison to the bird.
I'm gonna put this card on top. And then I'm just gonna draw it and then play it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna Herd Gate and then I'm gonna play Teammates to get counter energy and rare candy.
Very cool. Yeah, so this actually is pretty tough for me to deal with now because if I don't get rid of this Blaziken, it can just very easily attack again. And that is no bueno. So we're gonna try and deal with this Blaziken.
Yeah, and then I'll rare candy into the Blaziken. Attach counter energy to the Blaziken. And then because I'm so far behind, I'm actually not going to discard the counter energy to the Infernal Kick.
Yeah.
Or Infernal Kick Flurry because I also have Blacksmith in the deck, which allows me to accelerate fire energy from the discard.
True, this is
I only have one in there from the Chi-Yu, so getting more fire energy in the discard helps get my Blacksmith more value. Now actually, Rescue Stretcher, get Chi-Yu back just so I have an attacker if he does get the response to this Blaziken this turn. And then I will Infernal Kick Flurry for 120 damage to the active, and I'll also put 120 damage on the Marnie's Morpeko.
Yeah, so both of these guys get knocked out.
And I get 2 prize cards. Get myself a little more back in the game.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're never really out of it.
Yeah, because this deck takes multiple prize cards, and it tries to take multiple prize cards in a turn, so being able to chain attack, like you don't have to like worry, you can lose a couple turns in the early game, like lose the prize race a little bit, because then you can just come back pretty quickly with like counter energy. There's reversal energy in the deck as well.
Yeah, so this is kind of a tough spot for me to be in because the attacker I was prepping has the U-turn board on it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to establish another attacker otherwise. I have an option here. How good of an option? Don't know, but I have one. So we're going to try and see what we can do. We're going to lead Bombardier here, and we'll draw for turn. Okay. Again, this is not fantastic, but gotta do what you gotta do at a certain point.
Yeah, I was trying to get like a chain where I could like somehow Lost City also, but it was like one card short.
Whoa, okay, oh, Lost City, calm down now.
Yeah, because like the Teammates only gets me 2. If I can get 3, then I could have like Lost City rare candy thing.
Yeah, that would be okay. That's kind of interesting.
And then put away 2 of your best attackers, so unfortunately that's not how she went.
That is not how she went. I'm gonna start things off with a Nest Ball. And I don't have too many cards to grab. In fact, I only have the Zora right here. And I think I need to go for a high risk, high reward play here. I think I need to go for the fake out on the Purloin and try and paralyze you.
Or the Paralyzing Gaze on the Zora. They're both
either or. Yeah, because as of now, I don't have anything that can directly respond to this Blaziken. Yeah, let me just check. I don't even have
170 HP is kind of chunky.
It gets a lot, and I can't do a whole lot to kind of stop it here, at least with my current hand. I think given what's in my hand, going for the fake out is probably best, because I do have the Zoroark.
Zoroark's also good against my deck, because you can copy my multiple damage attacks.
Exactly, yeah, which is something that I might be planning to do later on. But for now, I think what I'll have to do is I'll use Dark Squall here, put an energy. Again, either way, this does feel really terrible, but I think I kind of just got to do it. Or could just put the energy on the Zorua and do it this way. Paralyzing Gaze. The 20 damage, I'm not sure how impactful it will end up being, but I think I actually need to do it that way just because of how the rest of my hand is. Then I will go for... I'll throw the Hiding Dark attachment for turn on the Hydreigon. At least I can swing with that if I need it.
Yeah, 130 for 3 is not bad.
It is pretty solid. I mean, against a 170 HP Blaziken, it's not as good, but still pretty solid. I'll retreat for free thanks to that U-turn board on the Bombardier. And that's really all I can do. We're going to go for the Paralyzing Gaze here. And I got to flip heads or else I'm like Loki cooked.
Reroll. That was
Okay. Damn.
Tails. All right.
All right.
I will draw for turn. I will start with a Trainer's Mail. Look at the top 4 cards on my deck, and I can put an item card, a trainer card I find there, into my hand. Okay, good. I would have had the out anyways, because I...
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would have been able to chain, but having Guzma allows me to, like, not need to worry as much about...
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm going to go back, because I'm smooth overing, that's why. Sorry, my bad, not communicating properly. I will smooth over, that card, and then I'll hurry to gate to grab it, and I'll bump your stadium for a Giant Hearth.
Yes.
And then to the Giant Hearth, I will discard... Yeah, I can discard N here to the Giant Hearth. Good stadium. Once during your turn, each player may discard a card, search their deck for 2 fire energy, and put them into their hand. So I'll grab 2 basic fire energies. That also frees up my bench, which is what I was like mostly looking for. There you go. I will bench the Darumaka I got off the prize cards, attach for turn to the Darumaka, and then I will Blacksmith.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because now the counter energy will not be live, so now get the fire energies back on the Blaziken. And I will Infernal Kick Fury, discard the counter energy, knocking out the Zorua. And honestly, I think at this point I'm pretty set up so I can go for your Toxtricity.
Yeah, that makes sense. Goodbye Zorua and goodbye Toxtricity. So Luigi's taking 2. Now we're on the back foot here. Not 100% sure what we're going to be able to do. Let's take 2 prizes. I think we just have to lead with Bomberge here. Draw a card. Thankfully, we top deck the Liepard, so we can actually draw some stuff now, but my hand is like completely dead. I'm just trying to find a way to KO this Blaziken, which is looking more and more unlikely. Regardless to start, we're gonna go for that trade because there's nothing else we can do, and we'll get rid of... Zoroark is not gonna be useful for us right now. So let's draw 2 cards. I can go for Arven here. Now, I'm really not able to get too much, but at the very least, I can apply a little bit of pressure. Yeah, I think this is still gonna be kind of a tough spot for me to be in, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna get Fighting Fury Belt, and I'm going to get, oh wait, does that even actually matter? It doesn't matter. Man, I was gonna do something cool, and then I realized my attempts were fruitless. Other than that, from here, I think Retrieval makes the most sense. Again, it's kind of hard to say. I got a lot of things in my deck, but not a lot that are useful at this moment. If I go for Retrieval, I guess that's okay. I guess we can do it like this. So we're gonna get these 2.
Okay.
I'll shuffle this
You've
up.
got a lot of energy in the discard.
I do. I have most of my energy. Or all my basics actually are in the discard pile, so that's a little concerning. But you know, hey, we gotta make it work.
You got 6 in the discard pile. Dang. No, 8.
And at least this way we do have the method to respond, because I can go for the energy retrieval, get 2 darks, and then I can drop my Galarian Moltres with its Malevolent Charge ability, so I can put these 2 energies directly onto it from my hand. So that way I'm going to be able to KO your Blaziken, because right now I'm doing 220 damage.
Yes, you are.
So that's pretty solid here. I'm trying to find the best way that I can stop myself from getting return KO'd. And I think the only thing I can really do here is I'll attach the capture energy onto the Moltres. I don't have any basics, but it's just an energy to attach.
Yeah, just to fulfill the attack cost.
And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm also going to drop the Fighting Fury belt on top of it. There's really nothing else that this Fighting Fury belt's going to be relevant for, at least not at this stage, so I might as well throw it on the Moltres, make it harder for you to return KO it. And at this point, there's not much else going on. I'm going to Fiery Wrath for the knockout, take a prize.
Now I've got options on what I want to go into. So you have 160 HP.
Yes.
I think it's still just best I go into Darumaka here. Darumaka, draw for turn. Play Heavy Ball just to see what I have out of the 2 prize cards left. Okay, cool. And then I want, got lots of options here. I think I just start with a Smooth Over though. Let's see what I can grab off of that. I think that makes the most sense, yeah. That lines up pretty well. We'll shuffle up. Actually, I'm going back in because I'm gonna Hurried Gate, draw it, and then I'm gonna play Raihan.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Attach Darumaka. And I will grab Evo Soda, which I'll play to get Ends Darmanitan. Actually, how much damage am I doing with Backdraft?
That's what I was thinking. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
So I am getting the knockout with
the knockout with Backdraft, which is actually low-key insane. Low-key insane.
Low-key might, because I was gonna just Flame Body Cannon, kill the Bombardier, and then like
next turn,
out to you, but I think Loki just taking out your only attacker is just safer.
Yeah, right, because it's 30 times. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, damn, bro.
I completely forgot about
I thought we were gonna go for a Backdraft, so it kind of makes sense in my brain anyway.
Yeah, I'll just attach to turn 2 Chiyu. And yeah, I don't really need to play anything else. I'll just go for Backdraft for the knockout.
Yeah. Goodbye to Moltres. And let's lead with Bombardier. Yeah, this Darmanitan is, like, 140 is also super beefy as well.
Yeah, because my only other line was, like, somehow if you can manage to get a Guzzlord set up and attack this turn.
Yeah.
Like, if I swing with Chiyu. So I'm like, I think no matter what, I got to swing with Darm.
Yeah, I think that was the motive. Let's draw for turn. I mean, I can use this too, right?
Yeah,
like, search my deck.
Yeah, because it's not like the artist, like, or when, like, there's the new rules, like, because the game knows the format you're in, you can't book a hill with a dark deck.
Right.
But you can still run Fire Energy in a dark deck.
Okay, so I'm going to discard Brock with Giant Hearth, just to see what I'm working with in here. Yeah, we're... dire situations, my friends. Dire situations. We're, like, so close. So close, but I don't think there's any way for me to win this game with this current hand. Oh, man. Because Pitch Black Fang's 130, we're 10 off, we can't even get rid of that guy. I guess...
Oh, yeah, the Hydreigon, yeah.
I guess I can just go for a trade and just see what I draw. That could actually make sense. We're gonna see. There's like a super specific line, which, will it work? I don't know, but
Worth it.
It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. If you would like to cut.
Nah, you're good.
So let me just take a look here, see. Yeah, all this energy in the discard's actually terrible right now because of this Darmanitan, bro.
Yeah.
It's actually so rough. Like, I have a way to KO it, but then your Chiyu can kind of just return KO it, no problem.
It can't return KO the Hydreigon.
Not the Hydreigon, but like if I use Moltres, for example, your Chiyu is 140, right?
If you cycle Moltres, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're honestly just going to go trade. We're gonna get rid of Guzzlord. Draw 2. Yeah, I don't think there's any particular out here. I mean, I guess maybe there's an out, but because you have your engine online, there's nothing super crazy I can do. And I needed to get like Boss. I needed to have a piece in my hand, and I needed to also get like Boss and a way to accelerate from the discard to the Guzzlord. Like that was my line here, which was kind of like never happening.
Oh yeah, because you have Dark Patch still.
Yeah, because I do have the Dark Patch, so like it was technically possible, but not practically possible. And I can't even try and stall anything out. I guess we just go for the Hydreigon and see here. Okay, wait, let's Rescue Stretcher. I'm gonna put a Pokemon from the discard into my hand. Can guess go for the more Pico and maybe hope you don't have an out. Potentially. I don't think that's gonna work, but but we're gonna try. Because now I can go for the counter energy on Morpeko.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's like not even worth Marnieing you here. I think I just need to research, grab.
Yeah, guarantee the Dark Patch,
Guarantee
basically.
the Dark Patch.
Like
Hopefully.
cards?
Okay, we do get the Dark Patch, which is good. And we can use that. Now I'm doing what we said 140, right?
Yeah, because 4 times 3 is 120 plus a 20 base.
So 140 is enough. Got this Morpeko down. Yeah, this Bombardier is gonna be the death of me. I guess I can go for like Field Blower and get rid of these.
Yeah, that's good.
Which makes sense. Yeah, you take 1 prize, doesn't matter anyway. We'll retreat the Bombardier. And we will go Spiky Wheel for the knockouts, but I fear you have a Fire Energy.
Yeah, well, I don't have a Fire Energy, I just have ways to get a Fire Energy, because like, I could draw, then I can like VS Seeker for Raihan or Blacksmith, or I have Mela.
Yeah,
and then,
same difference.
Or I can Smooth Over.
Smooth Over, do you even have one? And
I do.
You do,
so.
yeah. So then that's it right there. Good game.
GG's,
That was a good back and forth at the very least.
Yeah, because Blaziken kind of can just...
Blaziken carries, bro. That card is so good. Yeah, I was having a little bit of trouble without that Liepard in the mid game. I was literally just going draw
Yeah, because
pass.
like your early game was really good because you got everything going, but you just didn't have the steam to keep powering through the late game, like the later half.
Yeah, and running out of energies ended up being a bit of an issue. Like, I was unable to find Clara at a crucial moment. Clara would have been really good as well in the mid game.
2 Pokemon and 2 energy out.
Yeah, would have been really helpful. Just now realizing there's no Super Rod in here, which I think could be good, but you also just have kind of other means of retrieving
Yeah, because you have like
your
energy
Pokemon.
retrieval, stuff like that.
So, yeah, double-edged sword in that way. But this deck did feel really solid. Like, once I kind of got going all of my ways to accelerate energy, you can kind of just use whatever attacker you want, but then again, you need to just find your draw supporters. You got to find your draw support Pokemon, which is exactly with any deck. Toxtricity felt really good. It's so funny that the 20 damage from the Torchic genuinely mattered on that Toxtricity.
Yeah, I was hoping they would get both. I thought it was like 120 HP, so I'm like, if I get both, I could Darmanitan kill it, or with the Ninetales kill it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, it's 140. I'm like, okay, well at least Blaziken matters.
Yeah.
Like, at least the Blaziken damage matters.
You were able to get that going right there. Yeah, the deck felt really good, and Fire honestly seems to feel even better.
Yeah, Fire, I mean, Blaziken is just really good if you can get it going, if like nothing stops you from getting this going online. And obviously the engine of getting any card from you want, any card you want from your deck every turn is really good with the Magcargo and Rapidash, so.
Yeah, good deck.
Can't complain with that.
Good deck.
Taking 2 prizes in GLC a turn is very strong, so.
Yeah, exactly. Whether it be Lost Zone Psychic or Fire Spread.
Or other spreads, even like just sniping in general.
Yeah, it's just...
If you got the Guzzlord going.
That's true, yeah. I was hoping I would have been able to establish that Guzzlord, but I never had enough energy and a way to search it in the same hand. It was either an abundance of one or the other.
Yeah.
So, hey, but you know what? That's just how she goes sometimes. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these wonderful, wonderful GLC decks. Thank you for Luigi for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
And as always, until next time, Hitmonchanting is out.
Just wanted to take a second to thank our channel members, Rahat M9, Samuel Thorpe, and Montiero King. Thank you so much for being a member of the Hitmonchanting channel. If you too would like to become a channel member, you can do so via the link in the description, and once you join, you get all kinds of crazy cool perks. An extra special thank you to my members, because I really can't create the content that I do without you guys.